Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this new video. Today we are going to talk about work ethics. So, work ethics, how do you get them? How did I, get my work ethics? How useful are they without another thing? Because work ethics alone are actually not enough. This is what we are going to talk about in this video. First of all, I can explain you how I usually spend my day in the studio regularly when I'm working in the studio. I usually wake up quite early, but I never use an alarm, so sometimes my sleeping pattern might change. But regularly I'm waking up quite early. Once I woke up, I usually get out of the bed directly into the kitchen. I make a power smoothie consisting out of a lot of healthy things that I drink in the morning, and right after I make a quite strong coffee, Italian coffee, and I go directly into my studio. Then I attempt to work as much as possible. Sometimes I get distracted more, sometimes I get distracted less, but I try to work as much as I can without a break, or without any particular breaks actually, because I do make breaks a couple of times a day, also for things like, shopping and cooking. I cook a lot. Usually I stay awake until like maybe 11 in the studio, or maybe 12, depends, and I'm working until this time. As I said, not always with the highest degree of concentration, but I do my best. When did I start to actually have this kind of pattern, this kind of daily pattern when I'm working in the studio? Actually quite young. Before I was studying art on Academy of Arts in Munich, only a couple of semesters before I dropped out to actually pursue a life of a musician, and that was a good choice after all. But however, before the academy, I was a school dropout basically, and I was taken into a project called International Munich Art Lab. This is a project where basically they take in talented young artists of all kind of background. Doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're, have social or psychological problems or whatever. It was like a colorful assortment of characters. And in this project, I basically learned to work diligently from 9 to 5, 6 back in the day. And after that, I usually kept on working in a way. I was working on a lot of photographic work and digital manipulation of that sort of work. So I got a camera, a DSLR from this project, and even after I was out of the project, I still kept on working in terms of photographing everything what I saw and deemed interesting to put into artworks I was photographing. This is basically the origin story of where my discipline for work is coming from, I would say. The only times when I'm not as disciplined is actually when I'm coming back from a gig. Then usually I spend a couple of days, 1 to maybe 3 days, just chilling and watching movies, maybe playing games and eating, etc. It's kind of a ritual, but other than that, I'm working pretty much all the time. So why is a work ethic important? Because you will not reach anywhere, and you will never reach expertise without diligent training, and then basically a feedback loop of where you're doing something repeatedly and then put it out in the open up to scrutiny, where it can get criticized, etc., and then you improve upon that, etc. This is like a crucial loop, and if you do not follow that, then you might end up nowhere with the thing you're doing, and it can become kind of a waste of time actually. So why did I say in the beginning that actually you need a second secret sauce to make your project, your artistic project or whatever it is, work nevertheless, apart from a good work ethic? And this is organization. This is, for example, something that I utterly lack, always lacked, and still lack. And this is a big detriment if you just work into the nothing. That basically doesn't help your project either. For example, if you're constantly doing tracks and finishing tracks but never actually put them out and release them, as in my case in some of my career, then that can be unhelpful, and many other things that require organization, especially in today's age where actually an artist is required to do 50 million things at the same time. So that's a thing. That's pretty much what I wanted to share with you. Just a couple of quick thoughts about that, because I'm trying my best to be as concentrated as possible and as diligent and disciplined as possible, but sometimes even myself I'm failing in this. But you know, I'm trying to do my best by sorting everything out, like for example phone applications, in a way that they don't distract me or minimally distract me. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also hit that like button and subscribe, ring the bell so that you get notified for more videos from instinctlearning.com. Also head over to our website instinct-learning.com. There's tons of free content, also paid content, audio service, courses, tutorials, samples, presets, everything what a music producer would like. So check that out. That's instinct-learning.com. I see you guys in the next video. Cheers and booyakasha!